So I love that song. I have decided to follow Jesus. Oh my gosh. And it is really blessing me like on repeat. And I thought, when did I truly decide to follow Jesus? I mean, like, no turning back. Like, I'm in this forever. And my parents were pastors. I grew up in church, the sanctified church, and seen a lot, heard a lot, good, bad, and ugly. Some were real, some were not. But now my parents was a real deal, but I grew up in it. But just because you grow up in church does not make you a Christian. Just because you see church and because you're going to see some fake people that may turn you off, and you're going to see some real people. And so I was in college, and I was driving, and my mom told me not to go back that weekend. It was weekend of finals, and so if you heard somebody snoring, that's my husband in the background. And so she said, I don't think you should go back this weekend. I went back anyway. I got to study. I got to do this and that. So I was in the car driving, and I was going 70 straight ahead. Out the corner of my eye, I seen this big, like Ford 250. Now, I thought the guy was going to stop because he had a stop sign. And I was going 70 this way. He was coming about 70 that way. He blew through that stop sign. And y'all, when I tell you, we T-boned, bam. And I had on my seatbelt, but I literally was coming up out of my seat and going toward the windshield. I mean, it happened so fast. And we hit hard. And just as I was going up, literally, now I'm in the car alone. A hand grabbed me and held me back in my seat, and my hands was up like this, like both hands up. And a hand literally got me, and I could not move. The hand pinned me to my seat. Now, y'all, I've shared this before. I was on the right side of the highway. Something drove my car. My steering wheel was driving itself. Literally turned from the right side. Something drove me all the way over to the left side where there's a little ditch. Now, y'all, there was nobody in the car but me. My steering wheel was driving by itself from the right side of the highway all the way to the left side. I mean, it was turning very slowly because I was pinned. I couldn't move. And parked me right in this little ditch. And as soon as I got to a place of safety, that hand went, the hand released. And I was like that, trying to catch my breath. And if you want to know when I decided to follow Jesus, I knew that I was not alone in that car. I knew that the prayers of my mother had protected me. I knew that my own prayers had went up to God. I knew that God had a special purpose for my life. So if I had to decide, when I truly decided, like, okay, you can say what you want, but this thing is real. God is truly real. And if I didn't see him no other time, I seen him that day. I was alone in that car. And a hand out of nowhere grabbed me, pinned me to my seat, and drove my car to the left side of the street. I didn't have a scratch. I was a little banged up, but y'all, I'm telling you, out from the other vehicle crawled this guy had to be about 95. He slowly crawled down.
Dang, that's old.
And he said, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not all right."
Like,
I'm not okay. I was a little bitter about it. But just a minute.
Does she look okay?
I looked at that old man. I'm like, there's no point in being mad at this guy. He shouldn't have been driving. But the main thing is, God saved my life. That's one of the many times. But I want to tell y'all, when I really decided to follow Jesus, I'm telling you, no turning back. God showed up that day. And if he did it for me, he can do it for you.